So these guys let me join their gang. We're gonna go cruising. Today I'm gonna put this crude motorized bicycle build to the test. I'm gonna take her probably about 30, maybe 40 miles. We're gonna head over to Trenton and then go up the canal path up to New Hope, see if we get hassled by any police or park rangers for riding where you're not supposed to. We'll see if she makes it, and I'll drop timestamps down below to everything in this, since it's probably gonna be kind of long and drawn out, but no, hopefully be a couple interesting things that happen too. If you didn't already see the build video, I'll plug that down in the description, or I'll try to put it up in the corner too. I just set my chain tension, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to tweak it again, and the chain's been kind of starting to rub on the frame here a little bit, so I put 5 layers of duct tape there, and we'll see if it rubs through that or not. I'm also hoping we'll figure out the fuel mileage. She's topped off. All right, we're gonna start right here. I should be able to pull start it while I'm riding. Let's find out. Almost. Oh, there she is. Cool, no problem there. Take the choke off. And we're gonna make one pit stop. You gotta meet this guy. Here we go. I'm down here at Cooper's Riverview in Trenton, and you see these trash bags? There was one guy here earlier that he picked up all his trash himself. I want to see if he's still here, because you know, he deserves a shout out, and maybe I'll send this clip over to Trenton. I don't think he's here because I don't see his same truck there anymore, but I'll take a peek anyway. So this used to be a pretty neat park actually, and you know, see they fenced it off and people had to cut it back open, but it's really a beautiful area. Nice walk along the river. Anyway, well, he rolled out, but you see this gets a lot of sediment wash out here too. All the water's making its way back to the river, so they always got to refill it back in. Like this one here has been refilled. Back when this was Row and I was underage, I actually used to come out here and I'd walk along these beams and then sneak in the back side of the club underneath the deck there. That was freaking good stuff. And I mean, it's deep too, so if you fell in here, of course these are all leaning over pretty good now, but all right, let's get back to the bike. And unfortunately that guy wasn't here, so oh well. It's really cool that he cleaned up this whole area though. Trenton should really come down here and clean this area up. Good work, my man. Good stuff. All right, let's get this show back on the road. Problem. I've only made it 2.3 miles, and first of all, this phone keeps vibrating down, so I'm gonna have to do something with that. And this chain is just rocking back and forth. I'm gonna try to tighten it up some more because it is totally chafing through, and I don't want to grind through my darn frame. All right, I tightened up the chain. Let's see how she is. Yeah, man. pissing people off. So I would say 25 miles an hour is like a decent pace. I don't know if you can see that. I'll probably stop to show a few cool things along the way. This old house is awesome. I guess this guy was a granite dealer or installer, and the entire property is all granite. In fact, even the walls of that house he made out of granite. Where was that? There was a couple walls in here. I remember being here years ago. I'll try and find it. Hold on. But I mean, there's just really nice stones here. Like, look at this stuff. And it goes all the way back into the woods. I mean, there's just granite for, I don't know, the next quarter mile, just littered all through it. And I'm not gonna waste your time going through everything, but I can't believe the property hasn't sold and it's all still here. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it's not all granite, but let's see if I can find that wall I was talking about. I don't have my light though, that's a problem. This is his office. Yeah, I don't have a light, guys. That sucks. Maybe I'm wrong. I swear there was a wall in here that had, the whole thing was granite. And maybe they knocked that portion down. Problem with cruising this thing on a nice day on the path here is, you know, everybody's out enjoying it. It takes that one person to say, hey, there's some jerk off with a bicycle going down the canal path. That's why I've been trying to just idle past people or even turn it off. Look how complicated films used to be. And this isn't even a complicated one. All right, we're getting off topic. All right, I'm gonna switch to the road because there's just too many people. I don't want to piss everybody off. Let's see how she does on the road. All right, so we're slight uphill right now, about 30 degrees. Look at that, not bad. So here's on the flat. I did not see that guy stopping, and I was holding my phone on the left hand, so I had no front brakes. I locked up the rear brakes. I just seen him pulling out in front of me. I've had it happen before already, and that scared the shit out of me. So that was a close call. All right, we just had a state trooper pass us. See if he whips around. All right, I've done 11 miles so far, and I'm switching back to the path because it's rush hour right now, and it's just too sketch on there. Like, this thing goes fast enough where people think you're keeping up with traffic, and then they go zipping by you. It's almost worse than being on a bicycle. And also that super sketch part where I almost died there, that guy was looking the other way, and it just seemed like he took a glance my way, then he looked the other way. He didn't see me, and he went to go pull out from what I said. So I'm holding my phone in the left hand, and I only had rear brakes, so I locked it up, and yeah, that was pretty sketch. But good thing I got the helmet on, right? My bell is not working either. Oh man, and look at this mud too. If I hit this doing 38, whoo, that would have been bad. I definitely would have went down. Well, it's back to the road because I see a bunch of snow on the path too. It's been really muddy, so we'll try the road one more time. Let's try hitting some hills, get off the beaten path. Up the hill. pretty good up that hill. I had to keep pedaling with it, but that's a big hill. I turned the motor off right now. I'll probably hit 35 going down this. I was gonna take a trail over to another road, but then I realized there's probably snow on that too. So no good, snow and mud. What's up, guys? Can I join your gang, man? Is this Cows and Motorcycle?
Yeah, everybody's welcome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how like riding a motorcycle is sketchy? You don't know if a car sees you when you're pulling out?
Yeah.
This is the worst. Because they definitely don't think you're doing 38 miles an hour.
I was gonna say, you were moving.
Yeah, man.
How is it?
That's sweet.
It's terrible. It's fucking, it's death. It's a death trap.
Did you build this? What kind of motor is that?
Yeah, so you can get this kit on Amazon. The 4-stroke one's like 190 bucks.
Mine's an 87, that's an 86.
I mean,
Mine's the deluxe model.
yeah, this is the Elite Deluxe. Elite.
Dave's gonna be on his channel.
All right, so these guys let me join their gang. We're gonna go cruising. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, there she is. It's getting a little chilly out. Let's cruise on back. Decided on taking the canal home the rest of the way. Hopefully there won't be so many people. I'll take a little break first. Enjoy the nice weather. This is really the most beautiful section of the canal path here. Absolutely stunning. This is kind of a cool area. This is where George Washington actually crossed the river. It's called Washington's Crossing. Anybody from this area sees this and they're like, oh yeah, okay, shut up, I know. But kind of neat. You know, they do a reenactment every year and stuff. Pretty cool. Battle of Trenton. Doesn't look like she took too much. Let's see what she takes. All right, I'm thoroughly impressed. I've done probably just under 40 miles. I'm gonna calculate it later, but definitely 35 to 40 miles and 0.25 gallons. That is insane. Of course, I was pedaling some too, but that's like 160 miles to the gallon. This is definitely an end of the world cruiser. She deserves a little bit of work, some tinkering, and yeah. This thing's a keeper. It's a sketch ride, but she's a keeper. Made it back home safe. I went ahead and checked the engine bolts and they're all tight. The chain got really sloppy again. So instead I actually just ordered new wheels for it. I might try to come up with a different tensioner, but you can see these wheels, it got all jammed up from that slack, you know, slapping back and forth on it probably. So that could use some improvement. All right, some things I learned today. Having a kill switch on there is very crucial, so you can shut this off if you need to, if there's a cop or whatever the case, and fire it right back up when you need. If you want to ride dirty and hit walking and bicycle trails, then a beautiful sunny day is probably not the time to do that, because you know, you're gonna piss people off. Dogs do not like this thing. Not only on the trail, that's one thing. I was like idling it and just pedaling by people, or even just shutting it off if I saw a dog. But even cruising around a neighborhood, I mean, they just hated this thing. Oh, buddy. You need a good bell, mirrors, headlight, tail light. I'm sure the list goes on. This front sprocket, having only one gear, didn't prove to be an issue. But yeah, for a first long ride, I am thoroughly impressed. Having that big cushy shock seat on there, it's actually has a shock built into the post, really helped out a lot. I already said it, but you got to be extremely defensive on this when you're riding. I mean, if you see a car coming to pull out, you better be slowing down or ready to turn away, because people just don't seem to see this very well. You know, or if they do see you, they don't think you're doing 38 miles an hour. So in the end, I'm thoroughly impressed with the ride, and yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a couple other videos on this. I'm going to take this clutch apart at some point and see what's going on in there. And yeah, that is the first long ride on the motorized bicycle. 190 bucks on Amazon. Cheap China. I got to check under this cover. It's just 6 bolts, 4 8mm head, and 2 10mm head. Oh, look at that. So the centrifugal clutch is actually in here. I get a lot of vibration coming out of this thing. The centrifugal clutch. So that's probably what's giving me a lot of bite. I might try to put like a crosshatch pattern on this. Oh yeah, there's little nicks in this thing too. You can see that. That's probably why I bet you this is out of round, and that's why I'm getting so much clutch chatter. But these got plenty of meat on them. You can see the clutch in action. I don't want to rev it too high, it'll probably fly apart.